The following podcast will contain graphic, disgusting, crass, foul, mature, and immature content.
This is Kolvik Darkseed. I'm a half-orc cleric. I'm really into CrossFit and spreading my Darkseed. Shakes.
I am Melvin Harvey. I am a high elf wizard. Unfortunately, sometimes I turn people inside out.
I am Roscoe Toscobble. I drink to forget, and I fuck to remember.
Previously on the Very Good Adventuring Team.
Have fun fondling my nuts, you old man.
Fox is important to you.
Let's make a slammer out of his hip bone.
Hard me to say. Well, this has kind of been like a
Dead ends everywhere.
dead end.
We gotta go out to that beach house, I guess.
Nobody knows shit.
I think I'm gonna get a room with one of the girls. Let's go with Lexi.
This time I'm going to take out my fourth favorite slammer.
You're gonna bet that guy his pants?
Yeah, he doesn't know how to bet. He is really bad at this.
Holy shit, you rolled a 20.
Oh my god.
That's it for me.
That's it. So Sabin has so far taken from you the Rigid Rainbow and the Copper Knockers.
Go to the lake house.
I'm gonna eat the sandwiches.
As you were coming in the front door, somebody was diving out the back window.
I think we're hot on somebody's trail. We better giddy up.
Aegis from town is looking for you.
I feel like we shouldn't have told her that.
Right after Aegis' name was said, you hear someone bolting.
Fucking told you so.
At this point, I want to gut this Aegis like a fish. Either she comes back or somebody else shows up.
I figure we're outside.
Yeah,
We don't
my
want to be inside the cabin.
I'm inside the cabin.
You see Rod.
Haha! You fell into the hard meat trap.
I'm gonna grab it by his stupid tunic and say, "Where would she go?"
I get out my crowbar. I need some answers. You better start telling the truth. It's odd to me that she bolted at the first mention of his name, though.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
We're gonna let him go, but
Are you gonna tell him that?
yeah, Rod, we're gonna let you go. But
Sorry about all this, Rod.
we have a few questions. We're trying to figure out where Desire went. Try to help her if we can. So, listen, we think there's a good reason why she's running away. Might have something to do with this Aegis character. Is there anything else that you can tell us about him?
He tells you the little bit more that he knows, which is basically that as of about 6 months ago, the two of them had somehow got connected. Maybe he was there at a show. He doesn't know the exact origin story here, but those two connected, and, well, Aegis kind of gets whatever he wants in this town, so he wanted her, apparently. They kept on performing together, but it got to be decreasing frequency over time. She was spending more and more time performing down at the Broken Egg, and that's about all he knows. He doesn't know where else she would stay. Presumably, maybe he's got a place somewhere in town where they would shack up together or something like that, but
So
there's really here is her aunt's place, which you guys would have, I'm assuming, told him that you already checked there. Rod's place, her aunt's place, maybe there's somewhere in town where they shack up, and this beach house. That's about all he knows.
Is this beach house Aegis's, or is it just nobody's?
It's just sort of public property, like a park almost,
Okay,
which is weird and doesn't make a ton of sense, but we're just going to go with that.
What if we go tail Aegis?
that's what I was thinking. I don't know what good it would do, but unless she's running away from him, so unless he's, I don't know, shacking up with other girls or something like that, I guess is the only way maybe.
And he has a family.
He's got some home away from home for sure.
So yeah, he'd give away the game if he had some other place he was staying or whatever else. Maybe she's pregnant.
Could be.
All right, let's head to
the clinic.
I don't have a better idea. So
Yeah.
Well, do you think she would... How long was it since she's been at the Broken Egg?
well, she was due to work there like in I don't know 2 days ish.
So yeah, do you think she would miss that shift?
I mean, she was ready to run away. She's at this lake house. It's possible. So what we could do is we could tail this Aegis in the meantime.
Okay.
And then we show up for a scheduled shift and see if she makes an appearance.
I'm in.
Yeah. Do we all three want to tail him, or should I tail him?
Probably only one of us. I think I'm going to stay at home and eat soup.
I have 6 stealth and 4 intimidation, so like he went to some like fuckhole. I could bust in there and like slap him around if need be, or if he did
Slap
something
Aegis
weird.
around?
Like, or do you not want me to act irrationally? You want me to come back and
Probably
get
not.
everybody?
He has connection. He is known in this town. I don't think we'd be slapping him around would be a good idea.
I mean,
I don't give
I
a
think
fuck.
it's purely a... I mean... Dang.
we don't want to slap him around. I mean, he's still who hired us, so we just want information at this point. And if that proves valuable later on for leveraging a better payout, that'll be great.
He's paying us regardless.
But I think we want to be known for doing what we're tasked with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the reputation that we want. So
Okay. Well, I think you and I will be back at the homestead.
All right, I'll tail him. I'll come back and let you know.
I'm gonna enjoy some nice hot banana chowder.
Banana chowder.
Oh my god, that sounds like a shit your pants potion.
Which I'm well familiar with.
So, you guys question Rod a little more. You're not getting anything useful out of this kid, right? He doesn't really know what's going on. He's just chasing after some girl that he's fond of and who's, well, you're kind of getting the impression has more or less moved on from him onto bigger and richer dicks. You make your way back to town.
Poor Rod. Now I feel sorry for him. I was gonna break his loot. And now he's just
Hapless,
Well,
lovesick a-hole.
yeah.
Pretty much. She was his muse.
All right. We made a plan, though.
So it's the next morning, and you are on your way back to town. It's about halfway through the journey. You're out in the country, the fields. There's not really a lot of civilization in this middle part. You can see 3 people walking towards you on the trail. And they're walking, and you're walking, and that's not really a uncommon thing in these parts because, well, there's civilization on one end and sort of the vacation-y area on the other side up by the lake. But as they're getting closer, you see that these 3 individuals are orcs. And orcs, well, a half-orc would be relatively common not too far from town. They're not really in town all that often, but full-on orcs are just not really a common thing in this area. And you get to the point where you're about 30 feet from these guys, and they draw weapons. And they're very much looking at you. There's some eye contact going on here.
All right. Well, I will also draw my weapon and ask him in Orc, what's going on here?
Any other interactions or reactions?
I just move my hand to my sword.
I'm just gonna
Play it cool.
play it cool. I'm gonna
Moving
relax.
spells.
No, I'm not. Not until the very last second.
You're going to hold up your hand.
I'm
At a finger gun
I'm
style.
gonna, I have holstered finger guns right now.
So you call out to them in orcish, however that's whatever it is. You call out to them and they don't respond. They just keep coming towards you. I'm going to have you guys roll for initiative. All right. So there are 3 orcs. See one of them with a red bandana. You got a 2. There's one that's wearing a pink shirt. You got a 10. And there's one of them that's got a peg leg, and he's got a 10.
Did my initiative show up on there?
I got it figured out here. Roscoe's got an 8. Melvin's got a 16. Kolvik has a 21. Kolvik, you are the first to act.
All right. I'm going to...
And these guys very obviously have aggressive intentions towards you. They're not friendly.
No. I'm going to hastily cast... trying to remember which one I just got that I wanted to use here. I think it's Shield of Faith. Just want to make sure that that's the right one. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do bless. So you can bless up to 3 creatures with your choice. Whenever a target makes, oh, you can see it on there.
Oh, well, that's a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. I'm assuming that's yourself and your 2 companions. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm gonna do it on all 3 of us while we're in this triangle position.
Right on.
Which I suppose is that we're in, then I was up front kind of asking them, and they were almost behind me directly.
Yeah.
Roscoe. Okay.
What does the spell do?
You can roll an extra d4 on your attack.
Ooh, cool.
So it's not going to add to your damage, but it will add to your...
Whether or not a hit.
Yes, exactly. All right. So you say a quick prayer to Haye and bless your companions. The 2 of you you just feel blessed. Hashtag blessed.
And then I will go ahead and just stand my guard in front of these 3 douchebag orcs.
Excellent. Melvin, it is your turn.
I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt on these bastards.
Damn.
On, whatever. Pink? Who's wearing a pink something?
Pink shirt, peg leg, or red bandana.
Definitely a pink shirt's getting it first.
Pink shirt gets a lightning bolt, so I'll have you do an attack roll on that and just roll the d4
On the side. Gross. So that's 5.
That's a total of 5?
Yeah.
Wow.
Plus whatever my DC is spelled, right? Because I add that to my spell attack bonus, so that would be a total of
10. It just misses pink. It singes the side of his pink shirt as your witch bolt sizzles past him, but he is unaffected. All right. Pegleg is going to close the remaining distance, which is a great image of a dude hobbling towards you on a peg leg. He pulls out his...
They were how far away from us?
They were about 30 feet. All 3 of them are carrying great axes, and he pulls out his great axe. And Kolvik, you are standing front and center here.
That's right.
And so he is going to take his swing at you. That is going to be a 24 against your armor class. I'm assuming that's going to hit. Holy shit. 14 damage?
I always highly underestimate the people I'm going up against.
Apparently I'm overestimating what I need to throw at you guys. Jesus, well, that's 14 damage. I didn't kill you again, did I?
No, but I'm highly injured.
Right.
He got really upset and just attacked my leg. I'm pretty much limping.
Pegleg comes by and takes his slash at you. He gets you straight across the chest and does a pretty damn fair bit of damage to you. Pink shirt is on the other side. He is going to make a running slash at Roscoe. 16 hit your AC?
Yes.
That is going to be 9 damage for you. So you also take a pretty big axe swing. If I kill you guys, we'll have to edit it all out and we'll start over with weaker enemies. So he takes a swing at you. He definitely catches you. That's going to be 9 damage there. Roscoe, it will now be your turn to act.
All right. I'm going to take a swing at a pink shirt one after me.
Pink shirt is the one that went after you, yes.
All right, yeah, I'm going to take a swing at pink shirt with my short sword.
16 is a hit.
So 7 piercing damage.
All right, 7 piercing damage. So this guy takes a big hack straight across your chest, and you respond instantly with your short sword and just bury it in his heart. He gurgles and falls backwards, so he is dead. Kolvik, back to you.
I'm going to go ahead and use my attack in front of the guy and me and just use my warhammer and slap him right in his stupid face.
All right, Pegleg is the one that's in front of you. Go ahead and get out that warhammer and make your roll. 16 definitely hits him.
All right,
that's 11 damage to Pegleg. So you bring your warhammer straight down dead center. He had come up to you and took a slash across the chest, and just manly as fuck, even though he almost killed you on that shot, you stood your ground and you double axe handle this guy, bringing the warhammer down and just crush his skull.
Yeah,
and
he the
drops with his
damage
companion.
I could do, so that's good.
Poor peg leg. He already had a peg leg.
Right?
Now he's got a caved in head.
He's going to have a peg head now. Melvin, pink shirt remains.
All right, I'm just going to, since I missed the first time, I'll just retry what I was trying to do the first time. Witch Bolt.
Witch bolt away.
We'll say 15. I'm still blessed, correct?
You are still blessed.
So that's a 22.
22 is definitely a hit, and that's 3 damage for this guy.
An amazing 3 damage.
All right. Pink shirt takes a sizzle, and this time you hit him like right in the gut with this witch bolt, and it burns away a chunk of his shirt. And he goes, "Oh, it's my favorite shirt!" And he turns and runs towards you with his great axe. 19 hits your AC.
It definitely does.
That is going to be 10 slashing. He comes across and gets you pretty damn good with this great axe. Also across the chest.
Ow, that really hurts.
He says in his old man voice.
Roscoe?
Young for a wizard.
I need soup.
My turn?
It is. Back to you.
I like how you guys.
Alright, can I tackle this fool? Or are they just unreasonable beasts that mean violence no matter what? Or are they related to the plot, do we think? Like, can we tackle him and beat some information out of him?
I can only answer one of those questions. It is that you can try to tackle him.
I will try to tackle him.
All right, so that is going to be a strength contest. So go ahead and roll a strength roll.
Maybe a poor idea.
Turns out, yes, pretty poor. He's got a 22. It was a mighty and an epic struggle, but you were not able to restrain this guy. He shakes you off and kind of spins you off to the side.
I'm using my cunning action to run away from him.
All right. You bolt off to the side. Kolvik, it is back to you.
I am following the lead of my friend and just going to go ahead and try to tackle him as well.
It will be another strength contest.
Oh my god.
No.
That's not...
It is a near contest, but he is able to overpower you. You are not able to restrain him. His 8 to your 4.
Yeah.
Melvin.
So I guess I pick up on the fact that we're trying to subdue this guy instead of kill him outright, so I will cast Sleep on him.
You do that.
Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect. So if I rolled a 19, so it's 19 hit points.
So Roscoe takes a diving leap at this guy. He manages to shake and push him off. Kolvik comes around the side, tries to tackle this guy. You get thrown to the side as well. And then Melvin pops up through the center and casts Sleep upon this guy, and he rolls his eyes back in his head and falls backwards and starts snoring on this country road. Poor Rod comes out from where he was hiding in the bushes after he saw this conflict start. Is it over? And there you stand on a bright, sunshiny day with some terrible injuries and a sleeping orc.
Now what do we do?
Tie him up.
Yeah. How long do you think he'll be out for? Do you think it'd be enough time for us to do a rest as well?
You thinking about resting?
Just thinking about it. I mean, while he's asleep.
How far away are we from the cabin?
You're about halfway between the two spots, so you're 2 hours from town, 2 hours from the cabin.
I say we tie this guy up.
Wake him up, maybe.
We get our information out of him. Most likely we're going to kill him. And then we can just continue on our journey to town as we were going to.
Sure.
You can see pretty far in all directions at this point. You're just in farm fields and whatnot, and you're in a safe space, so if you wanted to tie this guy up and take a short rest, expending hit dice to recover hit points, assuming that's what you're thinking of, you guys are in more than a safe enough spot to do that.
Let's do it. So, who wants to tie up the orc?
I'll tie him up.
Great.
Tied him up, but good.
We'll tie him up. Should we start a little fire here, or thing, or how do you guys feel?
How do we roll hit dice?
Should be able to click
I see
on...
it.
Now you guys roll good.
Ooh, nice.
Yep.
Critical success.
We're going to take a short rest here. I'm going to maybe make a small fire, warm up some soup.
Soup time?
Soup time.
Hit dice and soup time on the side of the road with a tied up orc. You're going to wake him up now that you've been fully rested?
Mm-hmm.
How do we wake them up?
Good kick to the ribs.
Good kick to the ribs, alright.
Good kick to the ribs. This guy takes a shot. I'm going to have you, is it you kicking him?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead and roll a 1d4.
2.
So this guy is definitely kicked awake, and he kind of looks around and, wow, god damn it, captured again.
Yeah. Why did you attack us, Orc?
We were paid to.
By whom?
No, but nobody.
Gonna go up and just slap him, Roscoe style, right in the face. Tell us.
Go ahead and roll intimidation.
Tell us, you mean orc.
Big meanie pants.
Big meanie pants. So your slap is effective, and he says, "Fine, I'll tell you. It was the kobolds. They paid me to. You were asking questions. Don't ask questions anymore, or die. Or it was okay either way. Just like not asking questions, or you were dead."
Kobolds. That's an interesting twist.
Well, that's a
Did this?
conundrum.
Did these kobolds have any features on them? Recognizable features?
He's not able to provide any details about the kobold that paid him because he's an idiot, basically.
Oh, surprise. Okay, so where did you meet these kobolds at?
They met me outside of town.
Did
Probably
you?
the limit of the useful information he's going to go there.
Well, can you tell if they were male or female kobolds?
No, that was a dude.
And what are we not supposed to ask questions about?
I don't know questions. He just told us to come in and stop the questions.
Okay. Are you ready to die now?
No.
Have you made peace with what gods you have?
No.
You best.
Here, let me bless you real quick. Now you're fine.
Smashy smash, stabby stab.
Mm.
All right. Well, now there's 3 dead orcs on the side of the road.
Well, the only place that would really give us issues, I think, with culverts would be down below, so somebody in the underworld don't want us asking questions.
Yeah, that bartender at the...
Or it could be the owner of the establishment that
That's what I was thinking.
was
Not there.
was not there. Inconspicuously not there.
Either way, I think we need to
Or
make another
conspicuously
appearance
not
at the
there.
Broken Egg.
I think
One of
so.
those.
What the hell did you tell Lexi?
Conspicuously.
Yeah, I think that's good. We need to head down to the Broken Egg and ask questions. That's the only thing that gave us results.
It's the only place I know where to find kobolds. Especially maybe kobolds who would have no problem hiring assassins to come kill us.
Would we want to go there kind of before hours so there's not a whole lot of people there to make a scene?
Depends on what how we want to go about this. Who are we going to ask? I
think we just walk in there and sit and see what happens.
or we could just go and start asking more questions.
Mm-hmm.
Should we ask more questions?
I think we should ask more questions, but go there before prime hours.
You guys going to go... So it's about, let's call it noonish by the time you're strolling back into town. Are you guys going to go straight to the bar?
Yeah, that's before
How-
prime hours, I'd imagine.
Well,
I don't really fucking care what we do. At
How
this
long
point.
is
I'm
a
kind
long-
of like everything's been a fucking dead end. These orcs don't know anything. Nobody knows shit. She ran away. This is fucking bullshit. I don't give. Let's just fucking.
How
go.
long does a long rest take?
Should we walk in there with swords drawn?
No.
Just
I'm not
fucking
doing-
knives out fuckers. So, well, the other thing I would say is that you guys are like all bloodied and
Yeah.
whatnot from battle.
Yeah.
So you gonna clean up or anything?
I think so. We should head
Fucking-
back.
Lost 2 games of Pogs. My copper knockers.
And he is in no
Okay.
mood.
Yeah.
No. Go back to the homestead.
Homestead.
Get you some more soup.
Yeah, and check in with Perkins, maybe.
Yeah. Check in with Perkins.
All right, so you guys end up back at the homestead here. There is another surprised look on Perkins' face because, god damn it, somebody's here waiting for you again.
Mother.
This time it is a...
So we didn't even get to take a long rest or anything. We just walk in and that's this person here.
You guys are able to rest. We're just going to go ahead and say that you are rested up. It was a restful walk.
Okay.
You recognize the fairly tall, blonde-haired, fit woman that is in the back office waiting for you as Helen Gringold, the wife of Aegis. And she has been impatiently waiting for you guys here this entire time.
Nope. I don't think we want to be talking to her.
You could just backpedal right back
Yeah,
out.
we should definitely not be talking to this
Walk
lady.
back into the bushes.
We need to tell Perkins that to kick her out. Yeah. I'm serious. We don't want to talk to her.
Why?
Because we already know why she's probably here. Her husband's been screwing around on her.
That's not our fault.
Yeah, but we've already been hired by him.
But maybe we get hired for more money. I like
We've
money.
done no wrong here.
I don't think you like money like
We
I
can
like
at least
money.
I'm not saying that we haven't, but we also know where our bread is buttered. And
Like maybe
Aegis-
she threatened what's her face, and that's why she ran away. When
Desire?
we mentioned Aegis.
So you guys all stand there kind of slack-jawed with a variety of thoughts running through your head as you see the wife of the person that hired you, and maybe some loyalties are being questioned, maybe they're being set more firmly in one direction or the other. And she looks between the three of you and says, I'm not stupid. I know he was here. I know why he hired you. I know you're looking for that stupid little bitch.
Gentle
And
insults.
I'm here to add a little bit to the contract. Did he tell you why he was looking for her?
we can neither confirm nor deny that whoever you're talking about was or was not here.
Hypothetically,
She gives you a little scoff and a laugh. She says, this isn't the first time he's done this. I told you, I'm not an idiot. She stole something from my house.
Who might you be talking about?
The tiefling. She was there. I know she was there. And she stole the mask. And you guys know what she's talking about. When she talks about a mask, she's describing, I don't know if you guys are familiar with like the Roman thing where they would take a death mask of somebody. They're like a mold basically of somebody's face.
Mm-hmm.
She's describing a death mask of one of Aegis's, like his grandfather basically. And these things are pretty expensive. They're usually made out of some fairly nice material, at least if you're in a richer household. So this thing is made out of gold and ivory.
So when she says the mask, we automatically know that?
Oh, she goes on to describe which mask it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Roscoe should feel
This
insulted.
isn't-
That's his thing.
This
Going to
isn't the
people's
only
houses and
mask in
stealing
existence.
masks.
She's just describing the one that
It's
she's
irreplaceable.
absolutely an irreplaceable thing. She says, so she goes on to say that, she says, I want you to recover the mask, and I want Desire to not come back. Am I making myself clear?
Listen, lady, we're not assassins. And as far as we can tell, she hasn't really done anything wrong. If she stole a mask, is that really a capital punishment worthy offense here?
no, she puts up a fight while we're trying to get it back.
Oh, hypothetically speaking, are you already making plans on how to figure out how to kill her?
What's she offering?
She says she'll give you 1,000 gold.
I might be an assassin.
We're not assassins.
Well, we could persuade her not to come back.
Listen, yeah. How about listen, we're not assassins, but how about if we make it so she never comes around to Andon again?
She kind of gives a huff and crosses her arms and says, I suppose that would be fine. I just don't ever want to see her again. She stole something from my house.
Okay.
It is a real bitch.
How did she get in your house?
I would imagine she was let in. What do you think?
She was
My
let in.
husband is a fucking her. I don't know if I need to be any more plain here. Get the fucking mask back, and I will pay you to never see this person again.
So this is Aegis's grandfather's mask?
Yes.
Death mask? So she's really concerned about it. It's not her it is her family, I get it.
She's a
but
fancy pants, like king shit a turd hill. Like, ooh, my family's big shot in this town. That's her deal. There's one like her in every town.
She's just offended at the thought that somebody could possibly steal from her family. Okay.
Well, now this kind of gives us reason to go directly to Aegis, rather than try to stalk around him. I mean, his wife just kind of gave us the go.
I'm cool with that at this
Hey, bitch,
point.
do you know anything about why the kobolds are coming in? Or the kobolds are sending orcs after us?
Hey, bitch.
Oh, Helen, I'm sorry.
So I'm going to have you make a persuasion roll.
17 plus whatever my modifier is.
That's going to be enough. She goes on to explain basically that there is essentially a rivalry going on. And she's not going to say it directly, but she's going to imply that basically there's the underworld of the criminal part of the city, and then there's the overworld of it. And Aegis is the overworld part of it. Dunk and his crew are sort of the underworld component of it. There's not a direct, overt rivalry between them, but they're certainly doing things to screw each other over whenever they can. So if anybody's involved in this, it's probably him.
I mean, I feel like this is something we kind of already know. I mean, if we've spent a lot of time at the Broken Egg, we know who Aegis is. We know who runs the Broken Egg.
And he knows us.
Right.
Like, that's, like, it might not be personal a little bit. Like, we're kind of friends with this dude.
Yep.
As far as one can be friends with it.
I mean, whose side would we be on here? We obviously spend a lot of time at the Broken Egg. We know Roscoe does a lot of...
We're kind of scummy people, but we're good in the end.
You're good people that aren't afraid to do bad things.
Alright, I get what he was trying to do. Alright,
You just understand. All right, I understand. That would kill me too. That makes sense.
well,
Just business.
I don't feel
the
that way.
problem remains that Desire ran off and we have no idea where.
Unless
Oh.
Aegis knows. He was in on it.
Well, she has an expensive mask. So the question is what does she intend to do with it? Is she going to try to sell it?
Uh-huh.
Why did she take that? Well,
Helen, does it have any magical properties, the mask?
There's nothing magical about the mask. It's just
valuable.
valuable. Both actually valuable because it is made of very expensive material, but also valuable because it is
Sentiments.
yeah. It is a one of a kind family heirloom.
Like-
Get up front and ask her, would Aegis know where she went?
She doesn't know if Aegis would know where she's gone, but she suspects not. I mean, this girl did steal something from the house that Aegis lives in too, and it's his grandfather.
I don't know. Maybe they went off to some crazy penthouse somewhere else.
hypothetically speaking, how much is this mask worth?
This mask would be worth... I have no idea. Depends on the buyer, I guess. If you were just selling this to...
Like if I took this to the Antiques Roadshow, and
It turns out this is Thomas Jefferson's death mask. He used to wear this whenever he took a dump. It's worth $1 million.
yes,
If you were just selling this to someone, essentially like as a piece of art or for the materials, let's say that it's worth right around that 1,000 gold mark. If you were potentially, say, ransoming it back to a family, it might be worth a lot more. Being a one-of-a-kind item of somebody's dead relative.
he said it's made out of ivory and gold.
Ivory and gold, yep.
Ivory and gold. I wonder if a guy could melt that down and make a pretty sweet slammer.
The death mask
You wouldn't
glamour.
melt it down. You would carve a piece out of it. The ivory would just burn, or whatever ivory does, it doesn't melt.
I don't know. I could make a gold slammer inlaid with ivory.
Just go with your mind. You're like, that'd be a pretty sweet slammer.
And
She's storming around the office being all angry, and you're just like peacefully imagining the slammer you could make.
Yes. Oh, that would make a sweet slammer.
Well, should we just accept the job and then go back down to the Broken Egg and see what the kobolds know about this shit?
I feel like we have a
Duty to Aegis?
we have a duty to him. He was there first.
Right, but we're being hired for the same job at an escalated rate.
Yeah, I just think that he should probably know about it.
Well, she's made it clear, by the way, that she does not want you guys to... Not that that should influence your action, I guess, but she's made it clear that she doesn't want Aegis to know that she's been here.
Oh.
Yeah,
She's trying to make his lover disappear. And she knows that it just means it'll be a matter of time before the next one comes along, but she hates this one in particular.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, obviously we're gonna get a lot more jobs probably from him than probably from her.
I don't know, this lady seems like a real busybody. She seems to be the brains or
The Cersei.
Right.
All right, I'm cool. I don't give a shit.
She's driving this fuck wagon.
All right, fine. I'm just like, fine. Fuck it. Fine. Fuck it. We'll take your $1,000, half in advance. 1,000 gold pieces, half in advance.
She's willing to give you half in advance.
Fuck yeah.
Is it 1,000 apiece?
It's 500 total.
Okay.
Nice.
500 total.
Non-divisible by 3 numbers for you.
Yep.
All right.
And this is 500, 1,000 gold is a pretty good chunk of money for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Average lifestyle expense for someone of around your class level, etc., would be like a gold a day. So this is like quite a bit of 3 years worth of wages almost.
Yeah.
For any other normal like artisan level person.
Yeah.
Fine. All right. We're cool with it. I guess honestly, she's she's a client like anybody else, so we get to keep her secret as well. I guess probably the right thing to do is not to tell Aegis at all about it.
So 166 apiece and give the remaining 2 to Perkins.
For the pants.
Yep.
Perkins Pants Fund.
Perkins Pants Fund. Do we have a safe or anything in our establishment here?
Yeah, you've got a safe.
All right. I mean, I'm not taking 166 whatever down to the Undercity.
Is that a bad idea? Well, you have a gambling problem, so you should only take what you're willing to lose.
This is true. But it's mostly slammers.
Hello, faithful listeners. This is DM Nick. Tensions are running pretty high, huh? A lot of dead ends, a lot of drama. Folks sure are getting crazy over this little affair. I can't wait to see how things shake out for our boys. In the meantime, we've got a pretty special word from our imitation sponsor tonight. Have a little listen here.
Looking for a new set of dildos but have to trade in your old ones first? Check out Austin's #1 dildo buy and sell online at www.dildos.com. We've got dildos of all shapes and sizes listed on the web, including vintage dildos, family dildos, and sports dildos. Whether you're trading in an Old Faithful or buying a dildo for the first time, you're sure to find a real gem on the lot. Test drive your dream dildo today at Austin's #1 buy and sell.
Are you enjoying the show so far? Anything in particular that tickles your fancy? I can tell you a great place to let us know is the iTunes platform where you can leave us a review. If you're feeling lazy or perhaps you only have 180 characters worth of opinion, you can send us a message at VGA Team on Twitter. That's at VGATEAM. By now, you've also dropped by our lovely website at thevgat.com, but you should stop back every now and again. We'd love to see you there. Maybe if you're feeling especially rambunctious, you can send us a little folding money using PayPal or Patreon. We have a few goals for hosting and equipment that'll improve the quality of the show and help keep us on the air. Thank you all for listening. Let's get back to the show. So you make your way back down to the Broken Egg in the Undercity. What are you looking for there? What are you on the hunt for?
Make
you
a word with Dunk.
That's what I would definitely look for.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody knows what kobolds took out a contract on us, I'm guessing it would be the owner of...
It was very likely the kobold that took out a contract on us.
It's possible. And I would be kind of upset about it, right? We're good customers.
Yeah.
You better have like a really, really good reason for killing us. Because Roscoe alone probably helps support that place and whoring alone.
Keeps those doors open, or closed as it were.
Keeps those legs open. You know what I'm saying?
You walk into the bar. Voy is behind the bar. She gives a real friendly wave and hello. And you see, holding a sheaf of paperwork, kind of walking into the back, you see Dunk. And Dunk he's pretty tall for a kobold. He's about 4'5". He's got some green scaly skin with red highlights and little golden eyes. He sees you, and I'm going to have you guys make a insight check.
20.
20?
13.
19.
You can all tell he's not surprised to see you, but he is definitely nervous to see you.
I'm going to whisper to my fellow mates here and ask if it's him. I'm going to say, is that Dunk?
Yeah.
Yes, oh, that's yes. Dunk. So he kind of gives you a little bit of a smile and starts walking towards the back. The back, like the door that goes into the back area.
Is he like waving us to come with him, or he just kind of about face and turns around and walks towards the back?
It gave you a little bit of a like greetings customer smile that you can see through a little bit. Like I said, you can tell he's a little unhappy to see you, I guess.
From our last encounter, I'm really not going to give him any edge and kind of just quickly walk back there, because the last time we did, someone ran off and we didn't find him again. So I'm going to go after kind of, because I know this place now. I've been here before. Just go into the back and kind of follow him and just say, hey, Dunk, Dunk, Dunk.
So he's trying to shuffle his way towards the door. You get there first and maybe like put a hand on the door as he's trying to open it. And he stops, looks up at you and says, hey, You person that I don't know or recognize, what's going on?
And I'm just going to sit there and just stand there until you guys follow me back there. And just kind of wait for somebody else to talk.
We're kind of crowded in behind.
Do like the intimidation factor just looking at him.
You crowd around this guy, and he's looking at the two of you, and he maybe doesn't know you by name, but he definitely knows you by sight, knows who you are, and is like, "Hey, a couple of regulars coming in. How's your day? Hope you had a great day. Beautiful summer day, huh? Great weather up there on the surface."
Yeah. It kind of smells like shit down here. Anyway, wondering if you might know of anybody who might be trying to kill us?
Kill you? Nobody was gonna. I mean, why would anybody be trying to kill you?
It's the exact question we're trying to answer. So we were just strolling out in the woods the other day, and 3 orcs came along and said a couple kobolds hired them to kill us.
Couple kobolds tried to kill you, huh? So are you trying to persuade or intimidate here? Sounds like intimidate.
I think we're gonna intimidate.
Why don't you go ahead and make an intimidation roll?
I'm not very intimidating, unless I have, like the world's biggest slammer or something like that. 10.
So he's not particularly intimidated by you. I'll have the two of you guys make intimidation
I'm going to
rolls
go ahead
as
and
well.
slam my fist into the door. Bang! That wasn't that intimidating. 6.
18 plus 4. 22.
God.
So Kolvik slams his hand into the door, but it's already closed, so it just kind of makes a thump. It's sort of muted and muffled. Yeah, and he's like shakes his hand off because he hears.
Try not to have him look. Ooh, that stinks. Is that a metal door?
But something about Roscoe's presence he finds a little more intimidating, and he says, "All right."
You're gonna hit him where it hurts. His pockets.
Yeah. I sent some guys after you, but they weren't supposed to kill you. Why were they? They were just gonna knock you out or just get you to stop asking questions around. Gee, what are you guys asking around questions for anyway?
We are being paid to find Desire.
Desire. Should have known that that's what this was going to be about. Look, you guys are going to come in here and start roughing people around. I got a business to run here. I don't want anything to do with this. She stole something, and she came to me and she asked me if I wanted to buy it. And I was going to buy it because it belongs to Aegis, and, well, really anything I can do to piss that guy off. That guy's an asshole. Well, I was going to buy it, and then I was going to try and sell it back to him or break it, or I don't know what I was going to do with it, but I was just going to buy it from her. She's going to be coming back tonight. Why don't you come back around 8 o'clock? She'll be back here. She's going to bring it with her. You guys can take her. You do whatever you want. I don't want anything to do with this anymore.
Why don't we just stay here till then? I don't really feel like leaving and having to come back.
Yeah, why don't we sit here with Dunk?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do we want to like a knife or a sword on the side kind of sit down with him? Like, you're staying here until we get this resolved, or
Yeah. I don't trust him.
Yeah. We'll let him do his business around the bar and make it seem like everything's normal, but
Oh, everybody can do business without him. He can sit in the office with us and
Yeah.
wait.
He wasn't there the other night, so
okay.
So he's going to take you guys based on all what you're throwing out here. He's going to take you into sort of the back office room where this dirty deal is apparently going to go down, and you sit and you wait. So you guys hang out in the back office with Dunk, and he's just kind of nervously fidgeting, and he's trying to be productive and doing other stuff, but you guys are just sitting there looming over his ass this whole time. So
I rub my dick at him once in a while.
You rub your dick at him?
Mm-hmm. As a show of contempt.
like, are you licking your lips or something?
No,
or-
I'm just giving him the stink eye.
Oh.
With the stink hand?
The stink eye or hand?
Eye.
Your hand's stinky now, though.
Well, no, my hand's not in my pants.
Oh.
You're just shuffling.
At the outskirts of your tunic, whatever you're wearing.
You're shuffling your business around like a baseball player.
Mhm.
Gotcha. In an attempt to distract.
It's
Bold strategy.
Bold strategy, Roscoe. Let's see if it pays off.
He definitely feels more and more uncomfortable every time you do it. He is visibly uncomfortable with you guys in the room, and you like continuously crotch adjusting at him.
And you're intimidatingly adjusting your crotch at him.
Oh, I got like 8 inches of half elf down there.
8 inches.
8 inches of that half.
Wait,
Are you wearing
the elf and which half is the
Are you wearing like tight leather pants, like Jonah Falcon or something? You can see a massive sausage.
Big Mama's pickled sausage.
They don't call him Legomorph for nothing.
A what? A legomorph? Is that what you said?
No.
Yeah,
Well,
that's totally what you said. You said legomorph.
We're going off the rails a little bit here.
Legomorph. Elf, penis.
I'm totally lost.
I know.
My
That's
jaws-
why I said
Doesn't matter.
Cut
Back to fake reality. All right, you guys are hanging out, and I don't know how to like dramatically make this entrance, but you're all hanging out, and it gets to the point where you're starting to get a little bored, and there's a couch, couple chairs. You guys have settled in. About 8:15. You guys have all been kind of nervously staring at the clock as time's going by, and you're starting to look at Dunk, who's getting a little more nervous. He's looking at his giant cuckoo clock wristwatch. and she's late. But then 8:15 or so, the door bursts in, and there she is. After all this kerfuffle and mess and everything else, there is this fucking tiefling with her creepy golden eyes and her big old horns. Before she even can notice you guys, she comes in and she's brandishing a wand at Dunk and says, I need you to give me the fucking money now so that I can get the fuck out of here. And then she stops and looks around and sees the three of you additionally in this office. And she just freezes. What do you do?
How close are we to her?
I would say you're within 15 feet, 10 feet, depending on who you are.
10 feet.
Yeah, let's just call it 10 feet.
Is that enough to run over and grab her wrist and go up with it?
This is a world of trying things, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
Balls deep?
I see a wand, and the first thing I think is someone's gonna hurt someone, and so I'm gonna try to run over, grab her wrist, and kind of put it above her since I should be towering her.
Just pointing it up the roof. All right, go ahead and make a roll. What'd you roll?
What kind of roll? 7.
And then add your. Let's do dexterity to that.
9.
All right, so you grab her wrist, and she's able to successfully wrench her wrist out of your hand pretty much right away. Like you get a hand on it, and she just snaps it away. And as she does so, basically the wand starts spraying confetti all over the place. Like no harmful effects, nothing. It's like a fucking cap gun. But as this happens, right behind her bursts in a group of kobolds, and these are clearly like the guards, you might say, for this nightclub. And they kind of like spread out throughout the room. They see her with the wand, and they see Dunk standing there, obviously held hostage this whole time. And then right behind them bursts in a group of 3 kind of seedy-looking people that you recognize as sort of like, yeah, you might say local muscle. Thugs, basically, that burst in. And just when you think shit has gotten as crazy as it's gonna get, there are now 2 more dudes that burst in, and you recognize Alex Den and his compatriot Barbrady, who are basically the 2 local constables. And the room's really starting to get full, but there's just enough room for Aegis Gringold and Daff, his daughter, who is kind of like a big, burly, muscular gal, burst into the room, and everybody starts fucking shouting all at the same time. What do you do?
Our wizard should fire some sort of like, hey, everybody shut the fuck up. Kind of like get everybody's attention. But then what?
I'm not really into that.
I mean, the first thing I do, I know she's kind of the asset here. And so, I mean, she may not know us
or anything like that, but kind of just doing like a cowering thing, stand between them, and then just kind of waiting for a move and just kind of staring around.
Wait, a cowering thing?
I mean,
Are you
not-
standing in front of her and protecting her?
Yeah, kind
Okay.
of thing. Just because I know she's the asset. She's what everyone wants. And
That's true. You don't want to give up the thing when everybody's going to pay you for right off the bat.
We could behead her and get 1,000 gold immediately.
But we can't just kill her in front of 2 town constables either.
I mean,
Kill them. I suppose that's against the rules.
So
yeah, I mean,
basically,
no, there's just a lot of people against us.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody would just come power.
Well, you don't know that anybody's against you at this
True.
point.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, you guys,
I don't know anything.
you guys are familiar with Alex and Bar Brady because they're the local law, and you guys are, in a way, you're more or less an extension of that local law when you need to be or when they ask you to be. So they probably are going to ask you for some help with this scenario. The thugs, by the way, by this point have started to group in front of and surround Aegis and Daff. So you've now figured out that those 5 people all more or less came here together. So what would there be? There's now a total of 4 kobolds in the room. Dunk, another kobold with, if you can't tell, this is that you might end up fighting them. There's one with a black cape, another one with a pair of sunglasses, and one with a green wristband on. Of the thugs, there's one that's... Oh, I didn't give him anything cool. This guy has sweatpants with a belt. There's one that's wearing a camo bandana, and there's one that's wearing a skull t-shirt.
so we're trying to decide what to do, right? So we're in this
And
room.
I'm
Everybody's
just a big dumb oaf standing in front of someone right now. So
everybody's like rabble, 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 rabble.
What if we just try to leave the room with desire?
Well, is everybody burst in the door? So I assume everybody's like in front of the door.
Yeah, I suppose we're kind of
And I'm
cornered.
guessing everybody's here probably because of her, or something
Fair guess.
to do with her. So everybody's gonna probably notice if we try to drag her out. The question is what do we want to do? What do we want to? What's our goal here?
I think our goal is to not have to fight anyone in front of politicians or thugs that would come after. I mean, we want to leave this as less hostile as possible. That's what I'm thinking.
We could. I mean, we wanted to find desire, and ultimately we need to find this mask.
Mhm.
Like that's our goal right now, right?
Mhm.
So
Why does Aegis have his daughter with him? This is the first she's entered the story, yeah?
as far as I know, yeah.
I'll be honest, there was a whole big scene about where you guys maybe would have met her before this with some walking about town, but you seemed like you're getting pretty bored with the runaround, so I sped that up a little bit. The daughter is somebody that you guys are aware of. This is his heir, right? This is his only child. This is the person that's going to be taking over the Gringold Empire someday, and is along more or less as muscle and enforcement and all the rest of that. Because picture what's her nut from Game of Thrones, the big blonde lady. That's kind of what Daff is like. She's big, she's badass, she's very competent with a weapon. She's also an asshole, so not quite like what's her name from?
Bran of Tarth.
Yes, there you go.
Who's shouting at who here?
Everybody's shouting at everybody. There's a lot of pointing, and most of the pointing is at Desire.
Is there like a particularly dangerous animal of some kind that exists in Andon, like a snake or something venomous, something that people would be generally terrified of?
Yeah, let's say there's a...
Badger, 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 badger.
Yes.
It's a badger.
There's for no reason, there is a poisonous alpha badger
Ooh,
native to
yeah.
this area.
Alpha badger, not alpha beaver.
Alpha badger.
Alpha badger.
It's way worse.
That is.
The Andon alpha badger, which is a badger that is also poisonous, is native to this area and well known.
All right, screw it. I'm going to see if I can clear some people out. I'm just going to cast minor illusion over there in the corner and try to conjure up a little alpha badger and see if I can get anybody to clear out of this room.
All right, I'm going to have you make a performance roll.
Performance roll. I don't know if I've ever done a performance roll before.
Well, today's a new day.
I'm not very good at performance. I'm terrible. That failed miserably.
What did you get?
I got a 2.
Oh man, yeah, you did real bad. So you make a very unconvincing alpha badger in this room, and let's do this way.
And he shouts to us while he's doing it. I swear this never has happened before.
All right, so the kobolds are freaked the fuck out, and they are clamoring over each other to get out of this room, and they're doing their damnedest to push all of the other people that are in the way of the door, because kobolds are particularly afraid of alpha badgers. The thugs are getting pushed around and knocked over. Aegis and Daff are behind them, so they're not really getting directly molested by this escape attempt. Alex is unfazed. Aegis, basically all of the humans except for Barbrady are unfazed, but Barbrady is freaking the fuck out. And he's like towards the back of the group, so he's pushing everybody else to get towards the door, but the kobolds are pushing that group of people into the same group of people. So basically it's like a thug sandwich right now between kobolds and Barbrady.
And there's
You
only
definitely caused some calamity.
and there's only one door right in and out of this room.
Yeah, this place is not up to code.
There's no windows, no nothing like
Underground.
I'm gonna look and see, is this our signal to like go and run? Your response?
that. I'm basically, I kind of did this half-assed. I was basically sitting down with my feet up because all this shit came in, and I'm like, oh, fuck it, alpha badger.
You didn't even finger gun. You
No,
gave like
just
a
gonna-
wave.
Just kind of like a alpha badger. And so all these people are trying to pile out. So now's our opportunity. If we want to, in the confusion, capture her, see if we can get out of here. I don't know if we're going to be able to.
What if we just ask her to come with us?
Yeah.
Come with me if you want to live.
I'll grab her
Get to the chopper.
and get to the upstairs, and then I just grab her and start running out the door, and hopefully that you guys are following me to the front.
All right, so let's do this. I'm going to have each of you guys make perception checks.
D20?
D20.
16?
19.
1.
All right, so the two of you on the couch notice you guys have been like plopped over on the side, lazily waving spells over at people during the commotion. But you notice, because you're not ensnared in the throng, that Dunk is like standing over on the side of the room, and Solcy's there now. She wasn't in there before, and she certainly didn't come in through this crowd. You don't see a fucking thing, and you try and barrel your way towards all these people are at the door.
Mhm.
I'm going to have you make 3 strength checks.
God, I'm dumb as shit.
Well, that's why I'm playing your strengths here.
Well, I know.
Literally, strength.
So am I doing strength in that then?
Yeah, make sure you add the modifier.
All right.
Bloop. Oh, what the fuck, man?
What's up?
Dude, you suck. This is supposed to be your jam, strength. All right, so that actually works out in your favor. So you've got an arm around Desire at this point, and you're trying to shove your way into this crowd, and you're just not successful at all. You haven't burst through. There's just like these like 3 thugs now with like a bunch of kobolds kind of getting underfoot for you at this point because they're so much smaller than you, and it's just pandemonium at the door. All right, so I think the way that we're going to do this now is it's not actually combat yet, but we're going to go into initiative just so that we keep this in an orderly movement and then and whatnot.
Roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative. Okay. First in the turn order is Daff. Daff is going to try and push her way out of this crowd and get to the side and draw a weapon. She is not able to do that. She is stuck in the kerfuffle. Kobold with the black cape. He's able to push his way a little closer to the door. Dunk, in the back of the room, talking with Solcy, moves towards the south end of the room. So basically the opposite end from the door. And the two of you, Hardmeat and Roscoe, you guys notice him going towards the wall. Thanks for listening. Episode 4, Bread Can Be Buttered Twice, was released on November 26, 2017. Come back next week for another episode of The Very Good
Adventuring.
Tea.